Okay, what I want to share with you now is an aha that I had, gosh, years before realization. Um, and it took a huge load off of me. Um, and I think it's going to totally resonate with you. So this happened when I was fully immersed in all of the uh, I hate to keep saying new age stuff, but new age stuff. Um, my teacher back then would always, say, don't bother with that stuff. Now I kind of understand, but anyway, that's another story. Okay, so when I was fully immersed in new age, love and light, um, sending love to people, you gotta love everybody. Oh, I was into it, man. And I was really bothered and beat myself up because everywhere I went, I really tried to love everyone around me. And I was in the coffee shop one day, waiting in line, and here I am. I'm like, oh, I'm a star seed. We're here to love everyone, and and I don't remember what was happening, but I just utterly thought myself, what a total failure you are, because there is no way I can love this dude next to me who's being a total jerk, right? And it crushed me. It did crush me. And I thought, all this self-blame, what's wrong with you? You can't, something's wrong with this whole concept. And I mean, I spent months contemplating, what is this thing? Why can't I love? Why doesn't it feel right? It's not working. It just doesn't feel right. And here are some of the things that's wrong with this idea of sending love to people, sending love and light to people. It's just not going to work. First of all, that whole idea of trying to love everybody, that is coming from man's finite mind of what love is. You're trying to love somebody from the finite mind's idea of love. And, trying to generate this emotion of what it considers to be love to a stranger, it will never really work. I don't know if this contemplation or these realizations that I have are accurate, but this is just how it came to me. And so, that type of mind love, which is all we know, because it comes with conditions. There's just no way the mind can love unconditionally. So that's the number one problem. So first of all, don't beat yourself up. If you're trying to be love and light and love everyone and you just can't do it, let it go, because it's not really the appropriate way to love people, because the mind, keep saying infinite, this finite mind is trying to love, and it can't. It doesn't know unconditional love. Now, when I was contemplating this, this is one of my first realization events, I guess. Event isn't the right word, but this overwhelming, just knowing came over me. And it's, in essence, it was, you don't try to send love to another person. They are the love. Equate love with consciousness. If I'm pure consciousness, they're pure consciousness. If I'm love, that's my true essence, then they are too. And So the only thing that you have to do, if you wish to do this, is to see them as the love that they are. Because in sending this act of sending love to somebody because you don't think they have enough of it, according to the I Ching, which is where I get so many of my teachings, I just feel such a connection with the Tao, the way. They say that in sending love or anything to somebody, there is a subtle belief on your part that they are lacking, and you're actually not sending them any love. You are telling their true nature that they are lacking in their own true nature. I think I messed it up. I'm kind of losing my mind here. But you get what I'm saying. You're projecting on them that they don't have the ability to access their own love, their own consciousness, their own inner truth. And that is your responsibility to send them love. Number one, that's totally an arrogant idea of the ego, okay? No one is lacking. They may just not recognize that they are the love. So if you really feel compelled to send love and light to people, don't send them anything. Visualize them recognizing the love in themselves, or just see them as love and light. See them as this beautiful being of light, a soul no different than you. Okay? Because these very subtle thoughts, I want to talk about these subtle thoughts about others, you know, they're called projections. I mean, you know that. And they talk about this in the I Ching, that it doesn't matter if you think these thoughts silently about people, or you think them and then you try to cover them up. You know, we've all done it. The universe hears those thoughts and acts immediately. And it doesn't matter if you're here in the US and you have a thought that's, oh, poor thing, poor dear, they need so much help. It doesn't matter if you're in the US and that person's over in Europe. You may think these thoughts and think that it doesn't harm them. It does. This is an instantaneous network. You've just sent them a text message that their psyche has received, that somehow they're lacking. So now you've projected upon them, and they will act more in accordance to those projections, just as you think they are. Okay? So this all ties in with, there's no need to send anybody anything. Your thoughts and what you say about other people and situations are immediately received by them, and also you, boomerang effect. So stop it. So you get my point. No need to send love or to see people in a state of less than, poor dears, poor lambs. You see, that's very, it even lowers your energy. Just see them in wholeness, recognizing their wholeness. That's the greatest gift you can ever give. That is unconditional loving, okay? What they are is not a noun, they're a verb. They are lovingness. Love is not an object, it's a way of being. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Okay, so, all for now. And I see you in your full essence of lovingness.